Hey. Oh, we're already recording. Hi, everybody. It's the Me and My Boyfriend Nicole podcast.
She's Aurora. I'm the boyfriend, Nicole. And if you didn't know, this is a Drunkcast.
Drunkcast.
2 bottles in. What's up?
Baby.
So we are all curious as to see how this turns out.
Hell yeah, we are.
Woo!
Woo!
What's the topic today, Aurora?
The topic is how we can send mixed signals and miscommunicate with the people that we are talking to. And not necessarily in a romantic sense, but mostly romantic. But it can be in any sense. Because, it's not all about dating, y'all.
Right? As her eyes look like they're floating right now.
Are they floating? I've never laughed before like that. Oh my god. Woo.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
I'm focused, baby.
Bring it on down to Omelaville.
Bring it on down to Omelaville. Nobody knows what we're talking about, Nicole.
Oh, they do.
Oh, do they?
Most people do. You didn't, but I showed her. Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
Ooh, he's so fine.
Ooh, child.
Freckles. Let me tell you what Freckles did earlier that was so disrespectful on a deep personal level.
Your cat?
Yes. I don't know what it was, but we were eating dinner. I made Nicole spam musubi that she never tried before. And we had our wine glasses on the table. And for some reason, Freckles felt some type of way about Nicole still being here.
Girl.
Nicole's been here all day, basically.
Right.
It's 11:58, bitch. We're finally recording this podcast that you came over to record at 10 in the morning.
We had some shit to do, like watch Anastasia, go have coffee with your mom.
Watch Hamilton.
Oh, which is so good, by the way.
Oh,
you
fuck
told
yeah.
me forever you ain't Christian to watch it. And I didn't. I'm like, who wants to watch about like the presidents and the government and a
now
musical?
this bitch is Stan.
Now I'm like, Hamilton's so good. I was crying.
This bitch crying in my bed. Mm-hmm.
Disney Plus. It's for real. It's good.
Hell yeah. Anyway, so Nicole's been here all fucking day. And, oh, y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and warn you. I'm going to cuss like a sailor today. Sorry.
Woohoo! Yes, and we had just discussed that I was going to spend the night.
Yeah.
And Freckles had an attitude about
Freckles took her tail and wrapped it around Nicole's glass and spilled it right on Nicole. Just disrespectful as hell for no reason.
And then sashayed her ass on away and was like, you can go home now, bitch.
Bitch.
After I done dump wine all over you.
And I was like, oh my gosh, she's never done that before. She never knocks anything off, but it was very targeted in your direction.
And she totally eyeballed me.
She did. She definitely side-eyed you and was like, yeah, bitch, go the fuck home.
Do you know what that was not?
What?
That was not miscommunication.
No, that was very clear.
Or any type of misunderstanding.
No mixed signals.
No mixed signals. That was, bitch, go home.
Go home. She's like, you've been here all day.
Right? You ain't taking my spot in bed. And here it is. Almost midnight, and guess still here. Freckles.
Well, she looked at you like,
she is. She's eyeballing
girl, I'll
me again.
spill another wine glass on you. Don't try me.
All right. Yeah, no miscommunication. We understand each other.
Everybody needs to be like cats.
Right? Leo.
Oh.
I get her.
No.
Right?
That's sweet.
I know, right?
Anyway.
So, miscommunication.
Miscommunication.
So.
Wait, are we still? Hold on. Yes. Sorry. I got all these people texting me right now.
Oh, yeah. Because somebody was like, let's download Tinder and get drunk.
That was you, ho.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You're like, we're downloading Tinder tonight. And I was like, okay.
As I'm sitting in the floor drinking wine and you're cooking for me.
Mm-hmm. Like a good boyfriend I am.
I know. You have become the boyfriend.
Yeah, that's right. I take care of my hoes.
Right? You're good at it, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a girl need.
I do. What
right?
a girl wants. Anyway, go ahead.
Fed me twice today.
Mm-hmm.
What is up? I eat good, too.
Yeah. Anyway, first one was a joint effort. It was delicious.
So,
Miscommunication and mixed signals. And we are all guilty of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling myself out when I say this. I think most of it is we don't know what we want, honestly.
Do you?
Yeah.
See, and I feel like it is, a lot of times it can be that, but I think it is, you know what you want, but you don't know how to communicate it.
There we go. I think that's a better way of putting it.
I think it's both, though.
Yeah.
You know? And it's one of those things we talked about before, though. How can somebody give you what you want? Or how can you even get what you want if you don't know what it is, right?
Very true.
But in the same token, it's also our perception of the universe, right? And we all got our stuffs, you know, from childhood, past relationships. Yeah, trauma, the big T. And so someone can say something to us, and it can be totally innocent, right? And then all of a sudden,
It triggers.
Like, I don't know, you could be sitting in bed and you're on the phone and you're eating some tortilla chips and you crunching away, just having a good old time because you maybe hadn't eaten all day. And then someone goes, "Are you eating on the phone?" And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm in my bed eating my chips. How does that affect you?" And you don't even realize that, oh, that's an old wound. And maybe, perhaps, you go off on somebody and have a whole attitude about nothing to have to do with chips. And next thing you know, you're like blocking somebody.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't remember what the fight was about, but I know I was really mad and I feel like I was vindicated, like I was right. But here's going to be something I'm just going to throw out there. Maybe it's just me. If you don't remember what the argument was about, there's a chance it might have been about something else. That's probably having to do with you.
You and I both remembered it. We couldn't remember exactly what it was about.
Now we're busting me out that this really happened.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just doing a maybe happy, whatever.
Bitch, it was pretty fucking obvious. It was about fucking you. It was very specific.
It could have been you.
Bitch, it wasn't me. Okay? Bitch, if it was about me, I would have said it was about me.
See, what had happened was.
Anyway, it doesn't matter who it was about. It was about anybody that it was about anyway.
So
sorry, headphone users.
Right? But I will tell you, everything is therapy, right?
Yeah, but
and everything's a learning curve.
It definitely is. I don't remember. I fucked my thought. Anyway.
No, we were talking about how.
Anyway, I was saying that we remember that it was a fight, and we remember that you were triggered about control and something like that. We remembered it was about that.
Yeah.
But we didn't remember exactly what triggered you.
Right. Because I felt like somebody was trying to control me.
Yeah, and we had just kind of dealt with that with another person.
He who shall not be named.
He who shall not be named. So it was kind of bad timing, to be honest.
It was. And I just had surgery too, and healing and everything else. And so, come to find out, it was about the chips, right?
But it wasn't really about the chips.
No, it was really about how in childhood, with a very controlling male in the home, that mealtime was not always a pleasant thing. And like just the sound of us chewing could get us in trouble and like be World War III. And so it triggered something deep inside me.
Something you didn't even know.
No, I didn't really put two and two together. And and my way of handling it was running.
And lashing out.
Yes, and lashing out. Thank you for throwing that in there.
Well, I'm just saying.
You're right, okay?
Look, hurt people hurt other people. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was bigger than that, but apparently not.
Well, yeah.
And so, but I'll say, though, it was actually a really good thing for me. And I didn't mean to hurt anyone else's feelings, but it was really, really good for me because it made me realize that. You know, it made me really realize that and take a look at myself in the mirror and realize that was me being healthy and me feeling that trigger and feeling that red flag and being like, no means no, like no, right?
Right.
Because there's so many times in my life I haven't felt like I had a voice, which to most people that know me would be like, what the fuck? Bitch, you always got a voice. But about certain things, especially with men, because, you know, daddy issues, whoa, that's sexy. Apparently it is to some people.
It's very sexy to some people.
Right? But, like, I just really hadn't dealt with that, you know? And so now we have. We were forced to, and we realized we were kind of a bitch about it. But
which is standard, let's
right?
be honest.
But it was a beautiful moment because I'm like, okay, that happened, right? Mm-hmm. And I happened to run across that person, and they told me kind of what happened. And I was like, oh, that's a reality check. Now I know what happened, you know? And they were so gracious and sweet and just kind about it.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it's safe, which I know at 46 years old sounds insane. But there hasn't really ever been a male in my life that I felt safe with, that I could totally be myself with, that had me, you know? And to be able to have that kind of conversation after being an ass, I would be the ass.
In this instance.
Yes. It just felt really powerful.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't shut out. And now that person understood, like, they felt better about it too, because I just left them with not knowing, and they didn't know how they had hurt me or what they had said or, you know, what it was. And, you know, we had talked about this before, that you teach people how to treat you, right? Which is true. But how are they supposed to learn the lesson if you just close the door and lock it and bolt it and then like fucking Gorilla Glue that shit and then you're like, we're just gonna make a whole new outdoor and not even go near that door anymore? Like,
well, they know,
no one has the opportunity.
They know they've upset you, but they don't know exactly what they've done or what they've said to upset you.
Yeah.
Or, you know, and then they can't fix that behavior.
Right. And it was a misunderstanding on both our parts.
Right.
Definitely, I was the catalyst in that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's beautiful that, you know, you take ownership that was something that triggered you, that you didn't know it was going to trigger you. And it's great that you actually got to have a conversation with that person. Like, this is what happened. I know that now. I don't even think you were really in the place to talk about it when it happened.
It like ignited something in my soul. Yeah. And it was like...
So it wouldn't have even really been a productive conversation at the time anyway. No. Like, let's be honest.
No, but it was so beautiful. I was really proud of myself then, even though I didn't feel great, is that I was like, this is a boundary. Because we know I've never had boundaries before. And I've never instituted those boundaries. And I'm like, this is a boundary for me. And we are not going to do this, right? Nobody's going to tell me how to be or anything else. The problem is that while that is true, some people are worth having a discussion with.
What?
I know. Well, I didn't understand that because I never really had that before. There's always been conditions on everyone's attention or love or affection for me, especially with men. And so that's a new concept for me. It's a dream. It's the goal. But it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's scary.
Kind of one of those things of like, you say you want this, blah, 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 blah. And then when you finally get it, you're like, wait, hold on. What is this strange feeling?
Right? Breathe.
Oh, God.
Right?
Yeah. No, but I think that's an interesting topic about what are you putting out there, right? Like, what are you communicating to people when you're talking to them? Just like tonight, like... The world is so small.
Yes. Would we like to talk about your
situation
thing that happened? Yes, situation. Your entanglement, boo-boo.
Yes. Jada Pink at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so someone like blast from the past, but like not really.
No, we've talked about him on this podcast.
Yeah, but like we didn't even mention him by name though.
No, we didn't. We'll just call him coworker.
We'll call him coworker.
Yes. The lunch that was a date that wasn't a date according to you, but come to find out was a date.
It wasn't a date necessarily anyway. I'm still standing by that. Anyway, long story short, Nicole and I got on Tinder tonight, right?
Uh-huh.
And I recognized my former coworker.
That you had lunch with.
That I had a lunch with where I was apparently in my masculine energy or whatever. And I'm still in my masculine energy, but here we are. Anyway, so he swiped right on me on Tinder. And I was like, oh shit, is that him? So I swiped right as like, kind of like hee like joke. And then he swiped right and was like, oh shit, it's a match. And then, long story short, I said, if you still have my number, text me. We've been texting all night. But I just think it's really interesting. We've been talking about how at the time when we met initially, we weren't necessarily in the like dating place, quote. And I'm trying to think of what was I communicating to him at the time and what am I communicating to him now?
At the time, I can tell you what you were communicating that time.
Tell me what I was communicating at the
No means no. There are boundaries.
They're very high
Don't
walls.
come into my bubble.
Very high walls,
Right?
for sure.
Yeah. And I told you back then that he liked you, and you're like, no, it's not like that. I'm like, yeah, because you're like, no, right? I want love, but no. And I'm like, no, he likes you. No guy tells you everything about his life and all past relationships, everything else, especially at work, unless he likes you. And he's like, yo, this is my stuff,
I think you just needed a friend, but go off.
And I love how you downplayed the whole, it's a match. You was like, yeah, you was like,
Well, I wasn't expecting it.
Right?
Anyway, it's just like today at the store, apparently someone was looking at me and I didn't even see it.
Oh my God. We were walking through the store. Okay, let me tell you, I just looked cray-cray. Okay.
You look fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, it was insane. But anyway, and that's with a mask on. Right? And
You know you look crazy if even with the mask on, you're like, who bitch?
yeah, you didn't have to have that type of reaction to it, but somebody else was looking cute as fuck, right? With her little buns and everything, right? And so she's walking and she had her dress and everything. What?
I had a turtleneck and a dress on.
And your little space buns like thing.
Yeah.
Pigtails is cute. But anyways, had her makeup, everything. So she walks in and she's just looking adorable. And this guy is literally putting his toddler in the cart and is like missing it, looking at Aurora with his tongue hanging out like, oh, right? And just keep staring at her. And she's just talking to me, just walking and everything. I was like, you noticed that guy almost dropped his kid on the floor looking at you, right? And she was like, what? I didn't even notice. I'm just in my own little world. I was like, there was no miscommunication there. He was like, yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. So,
I don't even see it.
I understand. I did.
Anyway,
Right.
find me on Tinder, ho. Or Bumble. Or Facebook dating. I'm there.
Sorry. I was getting a little carried away banging the table. Yes, she's like, I'm everywhere. Come find me. I'm not saying I'm on all three too. But anyway.
She is. Don't let her fool you.
Right. So.
Anyway, miscommunication, mixed signals.
Right.
I'm definitely guilty of sending mixed signals of like, I don't want anybody to be too sexual with me, but don't not be sexual with me. Are you even interested in me? Like that whole
Girl,
thing.
I literally have had that conversation.
I know.
Literally. We don't want to bust anybody out. But, like I talked about this before. Like, I was like having so many issues with dating because everybody just want to fuck, which don't get me wrong. This bitch like fucking too. However, I like for you to know my name, and like...
And maybe a trait or two.
Right? And know me. Like, I'm old fashioned. I'd like to like spend the night before we fuck and wake up the next morning and not feel like I'm rushed out. And like,
Maybe some breakfast.
right?
Some eggs.
Shit, make me coffee and bring it to bed. I only drink it black. It's not like it's hard, But I'm like, I like to feel safe and I like to have feelings and care about someone
Which
and
is
everything.
beautiful.
I know, right? I'm like, yeah. Some ooey gooey.
Bitch, what are you doing?
Okay, she's yelling at the cat right now.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
That was very aggressive, but I can hear her scratching. I'm so sorry.
Focus back in. Come back to me.
I'm very focused on you. You're one of the only cats in my life. Anyway, I have gotten progressively drunker over the night, and it is really taking me by surprise. Because I was talking, I was like, I'm sitting outside with Nicole. And I was like, I feel like, I've never been this kind of drunk before, where like, your body's drunk, but your mind is still clear.
Bitch, it ain't clear.
But it's not clear anymore. I've hit the fuzzy phase.
And I was like, maybe we should do this later. You're like, we're doing it now. And I'm like, okay, we're doing
And
it
then
now.
this hoe got a fucking phone call. I'm not saying anything. And then she just looked at me very aggressively. I'm like, I'm not going to bust you out, ho. I know the secrets of whatever. Anyway, so I come outside after straightening up the house a little bit. And I was like, not this motherfucker going to interrupt me in my podcast time. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm drunk. I was like, it's very
I know, right? And he was like, what'd she say? And I was like, oh, she said we need to go do the podcast. And you were like,
don't censor me, ho.
I said motherfucker. And I'm like, no, okay.
Anyway, sorry, Dad. Hi, Daddy.
Oh, Lord. I think you said hi, Daddy, to somebody else tonight, didn't you?
Woo!
Different kind of daddy, didn't
Different
you?
kind of daddy. Let me tell you, girl. He
started out the conversation with, hi, Daddy. I knew she had a... Huh?
Big Daddy.
Hi, Big Daddy. That's right. I knew you had a buzz then because I have never heard you respond or talk to anybody like that.
It wasn't a buzz. I was just feeling good.
Just feeling good.
I had a buzz later, though.
Right.
Anyway, I tell people when I'm drunk, I'm not one of those people like, I'm not drunk. Oh, no, I'll tell you.
I know. You've told us before.
You're right.
Right? You're like, I thought I was sober. Then I stood up. No, I'm still drunk.
Yeah. Something about Moscato.
It hit you just right.
It hit me so good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
2 bottles of wine later. Yes, my dear? What are you talking about? We are having an audio experience, and you are adding to the soundscape, and I am proud of you.
Are y'all having a miscommunication?
She's communicating, but I'm not picking up the signals.
I'm sorry. Oh, my God.
Baby girl,
she keeps mean eyeballing me.
Girl, she's like, bitch, why are you still
my
here?
ass. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, we're working. Shh, mommy's working. Okay.
Anyway.
Would you leave her alone?
I can't. She's so fucking cute. I was on the phone with a person that doesn't have a nickname yet, who's a friend, not anything sexual. And I was just talking about how cute Freckles was. Sometimes I look at Freckles and I just can't handle how cute she is. It makes me just like want to cry because I love her so much. And then she irritates the fuck out of me like right now because she's just talking for no reason. She has food and water. She's fine. Anyway, back to miscommunication. Freckles knows how to communicate. I'm so sorry.
I can't with you right now. We got a deadline, though, so we're doing this shit. Okay, this is when we really need to be videotaping. Y'all will be rolling your asses off. Okay, so.
Oh, they're not rolling their asses off now with this bullshit. Are you kidding? Woo!
I feel like we are the poster children for miscommunication and mixed signals right now.
Oh, absolutely.
We are acting it out.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Right?
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm telling this dude, you gotta take me on a date or two first. And then I'm like, yeah.
A date or two before you can do what, Aurora?
Oh, you already know.
No. What? Because you almost said it. Before you can, was it eat something? Was it eat a snack?
He has a tongue ring. That's all I'm going to say.
Right?
Uh-huh.
You want to put a ring on it or in it?
I said on it. I said on it. Yeah.
I like that we got standards now.
We were having fun for a while. Now we're back to standards.
So there's no misunderstandings or miscommunication.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but back to topic. What the fuck have we been talking about for however long we've been recording? Words. Ooh, I got lost in my mindscape for a second. Yes, so I think the biggest thing is when you're sending something to somebody or you feel like you're talking to somebody, just always think of like, what are they going to think when they read this? Like, what is the image I'm sending out?
I don't know that you can necessarily perceive what someone else is how they're gonna take it.
No, but I think you can have some level of self-awareness. No?
I don't know.
No?
Okay, we'll go with yes.
I think there's some level of self-awareness that you gain as an adult.
Right. But I think there's sometimes where you're trying to be like silly or funny or cheeky or whatever.
Right. And so misunderstands.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Or, it's like, let's just have fun or be playful or whatever. Or sometimes you just say hello, and whether you're texting or on a dating app or whether you could be at work and somebody just they are ready, right? So it could be somebody is ready to go the fuck off and you're just happen to be the person that was there.
Right.
And you got the fuck you, right? Or it could be somebody is wanting to get off and you just happen to be the hello. Right. And the one there and they're like, duck pic. Which is dick pic.
Dick pic.
Or they're just like.
Or what I sent earlier, a fuck pic, because.
What did you send a fuck pic to?
No. So, Tongue Ring, that's his nickname. We'll just go ahead and call him that.
Big Daddy?
Yeah, Big Daddy, but he's AKA Tongue Ring. Was like, can I send you something? And I was like, is it going to be a fuck pic? And then I was like, ha, dick. And then sorry. Nicole said a blunder. It's like, is it a duck pic? And now it's a fuck pic. But I like duck pic more.
Right.
It's funnier. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Go off, Queen. What were you saying? I don't even know, bitch. Oh, no.
You keep interrupting me so much, I don't even know.
Sorry.
No, you ain't.
I am a little bit.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because we're trying to put a podcast out, and I don't know what this is. This is 26 minutes and 20 seconds of fuckery. If you made it this far, you like 2 drunk bitches.
I think most people like 2 drunk bitches.
Ain't that the truth?
Right? So.
Level of self-awareness. That's what we were talking about last.
Oh, is that it?
Anyway, yeah. Like, if you were you were saying that if you just so happen to text somebody and you caught them in the go off mood or the get on me mood, you're just going to get that from them.
Right?
Right, for sure.
And it sets a tone.
Absolutely. How you respond sets a tone.
Yeah. And can I just put out there that I'm so tired of complete strangers saying, come cuddle with me?
Yeah.
Let's snuggle. Wish you were here. Blah, blah. Bitch, I have said hello to you.
Bitch,
so basically, you just want anybody there. Right? And,
Damn, I've never thought of that before.
Yeah. And it makes the woman feel like a whole.
Yeah.
It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And look, as we always say, do anything you want to do. 2 consenting adults or 20 consenting adults. Whatever makes you happy.
Damn, bitch, you're a multitasker at that point.
Well, but I'm like, no judgment. However, it clearly says I'm looking for love. Does that mean love for one night? For 2 minutes? Like what? I don't understand.
That's 2 minutes of your life, ho.
Right? So if you're wondering why 20,000 people have on there no hookups, it's because that's what that is. So then people are sliding in, snuggling. I just want to snuggle. Bitch. Really?
Snuggling leads to...
A complete stranger?
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. About people having on their profile something casual, but them ending up the people that wants relationships and love, and the people that want relationships that are just looking to hook up.
Girl, marriage too.
That's a mixed signal, miscommunication, blatant right there. Just be real, fam.
Right? Everybody looking for love.
Everybody looking for love. And acceptance.
Right?
That's really it.
It is. Kicker. Even the kinky BDSM, Q2, whatever... I don't know.
What's a Q2?
I have no idea, but there's so many letters I can't even keep up anymore.
Oh, okay.
But
Google's my friend.
Huh?
Google is my friend. Go
It
off.
is, but I don't want to have to Google every word. Anyway.
Yeah, if I have to Google every... I have a pretty extensive vocabulary, okay? If I have to Google every word in your profile, it's an automatic swipe left for me. Because that's a lot.
Right?
I did learn a new word today, but go.
What is that?
It was like, what did we learn? Is it Nilla? What did we look up?
Don't bring up something you don't even remember what it was.
I can find it in my Google search history. But we learned somebody that doesn't have like any type of faith or religion. You remember what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, but go off.
You keep interrupting. You know I ADD. I can't stay with something.
that noise? Oh, I think it's neighborhood cats.
Okay.
Oh, Freckles is like...
Can we focus in?
Yeah, I'm very sorry.
You're not going to get to do any more Drunkcast.
Yes, Mommy. I'm normally really good. You caught me at the end of the night. I've been waiting to record all day.
You're trying to blame me now?
No, I'm not trying to blame you. There's no
I feel
blame.
like this has been miscommunication.
And mixed signals?
And mixed signals. Because the bitch is saying, I've been wanting to record all day long. But I was laying up in the bed watching Hamilton with you.
I didn't want to rush you.
And I was like, let's eat. And
I know you need to be fed. I'm trying to take care of you.
I understand, but you definitely give me some mixed signals.
All right, you're right.
Right?
Whatever.
Right?
Anyway, mixed signals.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like I want somebody I can be friends with, you know, that turns into something sexual and that fulfills me in every way and makes me happy in my heart and my pussy. However, I feel like I get one or the other.
Right.
Or nothing. So either you want to be my friend, you know, but you don't want nothing else, which is fine, right? Or you don't give a fuck who I am. Yeah. Let's be friends with benefits. How are we going to be friends when I don't even know you, hoe? You know? And then we get the, I want to jump your bones, you know? And we've already had a conversation about how I want someone to date. And you're like, I took you out on a date. I fed you. Now feed me.
Feed me, Seymour. Like, it's like, hey, it don't work like that. Yeah.
I'm like, down, puppy.
Yeah, but it's like, how as women do we communicate, like, hey, I want you to be interested in me sexually, but don't come on so strong. Like, just make it a cute, like a little cute, little flirty, little fun. That I know you're interested in me without me being, like, feeling uncomfortable.
I feel like we grown-ass adults, and I shouldn't have to explain that.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're all different people. And
what's my boundary is not your boundary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like with the right person, it should be easy. I've said that many times, right? However, it wear you down when you've already explained in your profile, you've explained talking to people, you know, you explain it over and over again, then you go out with people, and they still acting a fool, right? And you're like, it gets to a point where this is why I have to take breaks all the time, where I'm like, is it me? You know, like, what the fuck can you possibly do? Because I don't feel like it's miscommunication. I don't think it's misunderstandings. I think you have a goal and I have a goal. And one of us isn't being honest about that goal. I feel like it's you. Not you, but the person I'm going out with.
I know what you mean.
And I'm like, and I get it. I understand. You have a penis. You want to stick it in everything. I get it, right? I'm not saying that, you know, like that's the only motivation. It's a big motivation. I get that. I totally understand that. However, I don't want to fuck the whole world. Just because you horny don't mean that I got to give it to you. You got to earn this shit. And just because it's a pretty bow, right?
Oh, girl.
Don't mean it ain't the same fucking present inside.
Hello.
Right?
Oh, gosh. And I feel like that is the universe being like, you didn't learn your lesson last time. Let me teach it to you again.
To me or them?
No, just in general. When you find that you were opening the same package over and over, but the wrapping paper is different, this time it made me in a gift bag with, like, cute little paper and, like, a nice little card. But if you open it up and you're like, damn, coloring books again.
Well, and I don't want to bust anybody out, right? But like pudding, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Girl, it was a pretty bow.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, it came in a nice wrapper, right? Ooh, child.
Raise the bar even.
Raise the bar and change the trajectory of my life, honey.
Yeah.
In one date.
Yeah.
One date. Man, brought it good, right? Respectful, pick me up, opening doors, right? Like pulling out chairs. Like it just felt right? Honey, waitress, gorgeous, flirting with him. He didn't pay no attention at all, right? Oh, you know, like giving me attention, everything. But then it just starts to feel like, it's just sex.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Beautiful person. Wonderful. And everything. But I'm like, just that feeling of wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of makes me question myself, like,
what are you putting out there?
Not really what I'm putting out there, right? But I'm like, is it me? Because I'm like, there's the person or the people that just want to be friends, and there's people that just want to fuck, and it's like, okay, there's that middle, and I'm like, am I being too picky?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like... Then I'm starting to question every signal I've sent out,
Yeah.
Is it a misunderstanding? I'm like, and I enjoy it, but I'm like, there's like something feeling like it's missing.
Right.
And I don't know what. I'm like, is it just not the right person? Or is it just like, is it me?
Mm-hmm.
And so here we are, getting drunk, doing a podcast, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For sure.
And I feel like it should just be easy.
Well, it got easy, didn't it, with a different person?
Well,
I'm not trying to bust you out. I'm just saying, like, you do know what it's supposed to feel like, right? When it's easy and when it's good.
mm-hmm.
So when it's not that way, it's one of those things where you feel it deep in your soul where you're like, like this just isn't it, and there's nothing wrong. But I think that's a communication within itself that we need to be receptive to. And sometimes we just want to push. Like, no, I want this. No, this is what I want. No. We need to listen to our gut. I think we both have been trying to learn that lesson, but for some reason,
Shit. I know that gut, man.
For some reason,
She be right every time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes she pisses me off.
Oh, sometimes she's a bitch. Sometimes I'm like, girl, calm down. Like, I just want to have a good time. Damn, girl.
Do you know how long it's been since we've had fun? A while.
And she's like, oh, girl, you want to have fun. I thought you wanted to be in love. But okay, go have fun, girl. Go have fun, hoe. Have fun, come back. She said, come
Why
back.
I gotta be a hoe?
Oh, I'm just saying she thinks, I'm not saying you're a hoe. I think between the two of us.
Yes, they can.
Maybe it would be the pot calling the kettle black. We don't want to talk about... Anyway, never mind. We ain't exposing me right now. I'm just saying the people know. Look, let's just establish that between you, me, and Cherie, you and I are the freaks. I am the freakiest, apparently, to everybody else. Whatever, it's fine.
I love that you had to throw my sister into the pile to make it you and me are the freaks, right?
Okay, but
you're like, I'm not going down by myself.
I still put me at the freak scale. I'm just saying, I still think about the podcast when Cherie's like, whatever. She was like, I want me to like put stuff in his butt, and you and I are both like, so pegging, and we were like, and
right?
Both you and I were so unfazed. Anyway, but we have already established that I'm the freak, I'm the hoe, whatever.
I'm no battery cables. It's okay.
I'm not battery cables. Why do you do this?
I feel like Big Daddy is like gonna back the car up. I feel like you need a jump start, baby. I got you.
His name is Tongue Ring.
Tongue Ring. He's gonna shock your ass.
You already asked to.
Oh. Ooh, child.
Drink your water.
So,
fuck.
I don't think there's any misunderstanding there, freak.
You call me a freak?
What? You just said you were.
I know.
I just agreed with you.
You're right.
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
So.
Gosh, Freckles looks so cute right now.
You and that cat. I just can't.
Sorry. I'm in love with her.
Okay. So at your house, we have Fruckus and you constantly going at it, right?
Uh-huh.
And then at my house, we have Licky
Lucy.
Lucy licking herself, or one of us constantly. It's like, ooh.
People are going to be like, Put the pets away.
Right?
Can't. Love them too much.
Well, they just sit outside the door and whine.
Exactly. And I don't want to hear Froggus going the whole time.
Right?
Anyway, do we have anything else to say on this topic?
You ain't gotta be like you fed up.
I'm not. I'm just, for the people.
You are communicating something. One, you're communicating that too much wine makes you horny and an airhead, right? And Miss OCD cannot focus at all. And making me have to be the adult. You know how I feel about that.
I'm doing my best. I cleaned up the house a little bit.
You did. You did good. I'm so proud of you.
I spent all of my productive energy on that.
You did. Well, you're doing good with this. I'm really proud of you.
I feel like I've been kind of pulling my own weight. Maybe.
Have you? You've been the comic relief.
As usual, when I am drunk.
So, communication's important.
Yes. What are you putting out there? What are you communicating? Are you sending mixed signals?
Right.
If you find that someone is being inconsistent with you, maybe you want to go back and read what you said.
Right. You know, even Hunter and Trinity, my kids, bust me out about the mixed signals thing because they're like, you say one thing and then you do something else. Like you tell Nikki, which is my youngest son, he's got to do the dishes before he can do anything else. Next thing I know, I come in here, you're doing the dishes, he's in there playing video games. I'm like, well.
There's always an exception. Or you're making allowances.
Yeah. And then
you have to ask yourself, what's actually your boundary?
Well, we've already established that I didn't have any for a long time, and so now I'm working on that.
Right.
And I'm a work in progress, bitches.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But I'm like, okay, I get it. And so I've been working on that too.
I think the biggest thing about mixed signals, and this may be the most soberest thought I've had this whole time, is with mixed signals, you are establishing that boundary, and you are either allowing someone to encroach on that boundary, or you're saying, no, this is my hard line. And every single time you give up a little bit, you are sending a mixed signal of, this is where I drew the line in the sand, but I'm letting you go past it.
See, well, oh God, this is so hard for me. I feel like you might have been right.
Me, right? What?
At the very beginning, follow this thought. When you said that it's because you don't really know what you want.
Stop bouncing.
I can't. I don't care. I'm stopping. Control freak. Anyway,
No,
you're sobering up. Okay. So, yeah, but it's because, like, you know what you want, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, but look at this, you know? Like, so it's like, I want someone that really cares about me, you know, and then invest time and energy in me, and I want to invest in them. But then it's like, but then I want to be playful, like the other side of me comes out, right?
Right.
And not everything's a hard line necessarily until it is.
You're right.
You think you're being playful and cute, and then they say something, and it's like you kind of opened a door you didn't mean to open. We thought we were just playing, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's like, oh, this doesn't feel right, you know, or I feel uncomfortable, that kind of thing. And I'm like,
It's like when you're kids and you're play fighting, and then all of a sudden someone hits too hard, and all of a sudden shit's popping off.
Yeah. And then also to role confusion. So it's like with my son or with dating or whatever. It's like with my son, I'm the mom, right? And so I'm trying to teach him he needs to do things like work before reward, right? But then I'm like, but then I see that he's sad or that he tried or whatever. And so now it's like, okay, well, let me help you out, blah, blah. And then it's like, next thing I know, he's not doing shit again.
Right.
Okay.
You're enabling the behavior.
Right. And now you're walking all over me. I'm a doormat and we don't like that. Well, then in the dating thing, it's like, okay, I start out and it's like, I'm me and I'm, you know, trying to talk to people and like be myself. But it's like, there's the playful self, there's the sexy self, there's the serious self, you know, that kind of thing. And it's so like, you're just being yourself, but then it's like, whoa, went too far.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like went too far, like said anything sexual.
Right.
Anyway, but it's just like sending a silly gif or whatever. And next thing you know, they're saying something. And to me, a lot of times that's just, they're waiting for a window of opportunity.
Right.
You know? So, I don't know. But I hate to make it feel like, because I want it to be fun and I want to meet somebody and everything else, but then it starts to feel like, not just work, but it feels like you have to constantly be on your guard.
Yeah.
And that's where I think sometimes we need to take a break here and there to kind of refocus and like kind of just shake everything off and be like, okay, where am I at? You know?
Well, I haven't been on dating apps for a long time. Like maybe a few weeks, not quite a month. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't until this week that I got back on them. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been fun, but I feel like I'm different now than I was before.
You're stronger.
Mm-hmm. I am much more focused and clear about what I want, for sure. And it's been more successful, for sure.
Absolutely. And I want a boyfriend. Well, I say I want a boyfriend, but I really want a man friend. It's the same theory, but it's a man.
Uh-huh.
You know? I'm like, I want a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
Someone who knows what they want, and it's me, and round. See, and it starts to sound sexual. It does gonna be like part sexual. I am a sexual human being, and I'm a Leo. We really like to fuck. But we're real fucking possessive, too. Yeah. So I need someone that's on the same level as me, you know, and is as passionate as me, you know, and we might fuck in the car, you know, but then I might fuck you up in the parking lot, too, because you was looking at somebody crazy. Mm-hmm. Which might have just been you had something in your eye, but to me, you were staring way too long, and now I want to scratch your eyeballs out, and you need to understand that just means I need attention to be held. And if you can understand that, then later I'm going to be so excited to be on my knees and helping you out some issues. But we got to get to that part of the relationship. That's down the road. We're right here, right now. So
yeah, sometimes that's hard. Ooh, that's hard too. That would be a good podcast of like that little bit of transition of like not trying to push it too far before it's ready. Of like, are we in a, like the established relationship bit where you understand each other a little bit more, and how do you establish that? Like get to that comfortable place. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Cream filling?
Bitch, what?
You get to the creamy center? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
What?
No, I know. Yeah, the sweet spot.
Okay.
I don't know, bitch. I'm just, whatever. Whatever. Yes.
I would say for me, it's between us first chatting and having a first date and then like 5th or 6th date. Right?
Well, you know each other a little bit better.
Exactly. I would say for you.
Bitch, don't bust me out. Just stop. I'm going to stop you right there. We're going to stop this shit right now. Don't even play me like that. No!
Hello.
I'm stopping the podcast right now.
Okay, I'm playing.
No, you're not.
I'm playing.
No, you're not. No, you're not. But it's fine.
Whatever.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Oh, I love when people are like, I'm fine. And you're like, okay. You're like, that is the least fine you've ever sounded.
I haven't heard you like that at all. Ever. Especially not recently. What?
I'm giving her a look right now.
I think everyone feels the look. Okay. Anyway.
I love you.
I love you.
All right.
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah, you know we always got to tell each other that we love each other at least once during this podcast.
I know, right?
I can't wait for us to have video because y'all can see all my little faces. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do.
Girl, she always looking at me crazy.
I do have crazy side eye at you all the time.
You had that cat knock my wine off.
It was a plot.
It was. Wrapped her tail around it and threw it at me.
I really was shocked.
Right? I can't wait to have that on video.
Oh, that would have been so funny. Missed opportunity.
Okay, well.
Anyway, I think this was lovely.
It was absolutely fabulous. If you made sense of this, I really appreciate that.
And commend you.
Kudos to you.
Good job, bitch.
Super fan.
Hi, Dad. You the only one. Peace up. How you doing? It was my dad's birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Love you, Daddy.
Right? I'm looking for a daddy. What?
Well, technically, it was his birthday yesterday because at this point, It's 12:45.
Did you tell him happy birthday?
Of course, bitch. I'm a good daughter.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Must be nice.
You're going to find your daddy one day. Don't worry.
I don't want to be so naughty.
You can be naughty and good at the same time.
I need so many spankings.
Anyway. I'm ready to show somebody my tattoo. Go off.
What tattoo?
My big one on the leg.
Oh, I was like, you got some on the thigh? What is this, ice cream cone I don't know about somewhere?
No. That would be a cute one, though. Anyway, so, hi, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment down below. Leave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or whatever. Hit us up.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Know what you want and learn how to communicate it.
Effectively.
Right? And maybe, not be like some people and just go crazy and then block them. What?
Wouldn't
It's
know
a bad
anything about
habit
that.
some people need to stop doing. But we're working on it.
Some
Work in
people.
progress.
That's right.
Right? Ooh, child.
And we love you guys.
You love the people?
I do love the people. I don't ever really say that. I love y'all. Not cute or whatever.
All right, so have a beautiful, sparkly, fabulous day. And we love you. And rainbows and sunshines and kisses.
And unicorns and gummy bears and cotton candy.
Yay. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.